are going to learn what is Coulomb's law. It's from chapter 1 electrostatic. Okay. First we will see what is Coulomb's law is explaining. Coulomb's law is explaining about the force. Okay. So it's going to explain about the force. There are two types of charges is there, positive and negative. When we kept positive and negative, it will get attracted. The force of attraction will be there. Okay. Both is like charge plus plus. It's going to be repulsion will be there. Okay. Otherwise plus minus minus, both is minus, it will be repulsion. Okay. So Coulomb's law is explaining about the force. Okay, we'll see what is Coulomb's law. Here we are discussing about the two charges q1, q2. There are two charges is there, in between air medium we are taken. Okay. So first Coulomb's law is going to explain about the force. Okay. So Coulomb's law, it's going to explain the force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges. Okay, that's the first point. Okay. We have the diagram here. It's going to be, we will take only one example, plus and minus. Okay, opposite, unlike charges, is going to attract each other. Okay. The force of attraction or repulsion, the force is directly proportional to the product of two charges. That's the first statement you should explain. Okay, force is directly proportional to the two charges. Okay, product of two charges. So product means you can write as a dot. Okay. So force is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of the two charges. Okay, that's going to be explained with the force is directly proportional to product. Product is going to be represent multiplication between q1 and q2, and inversely proportional. The second point of this, inversely proportional to the square root of distance between the two charges. D you can take it as a distance, square root of distance between the two charges. That's explained with the second point, inversely proportional to the square root of squaring of distance between the two charges. Okay. So I am taken q1 and q2 charge as the distance of D. Some of the textbook they will be taken as a R also. Okay. Now I am going to write Coulomb's law in a full statement. Okay. Force is directly proportional to the product of two charges, inversely proportional to the square root of distance between the two charges. Okay, that's the Coulomb's law is explaining. Okay. When the directly proportional, if you want to remove, you should include as a constant. It's going to be the k. Okay, or whatever constant you like. In this k we are introducing, k is k times of q1 q2 divided by it's going to be d square. Sometimes it can be r square also. Okay, k means it's a constant value. So f is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by d square. This what we can write as a final form of Coulomb's law. Okay. Now what is 4 divided by epsilon naught? Okay. Epsilon naught is representing as a permittivity. Okay. So first we will see what is the explanation of the terms. Okay. So f is equal to k times of q1 q2 divided by r square or d square. Okay. q1 q2, it's a charge of two charges. Okay, it's the distance it's kept, d distance is kept. Okay. So the unit of charge is going to be the coulombs. Next, distance between the two charges we are taken as a d. The unit of distance will be in a meter. Okay. The next one, the permittivity. Okay, the equality constant of electric field epsilon naught we are taken. Okay. So this unit also we are going to learn in this. Okay, unit actually Coulomb square, Newton inverse, meter minus 2. This also we are going to learn how we got this unit. Okay. Now finally we got the Coulomb's law is equal to 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught q1 q2 divided by d square. This what we will get is in a Coulomb's law. Okay. For 3 marks you should give this everything. Okay, and unit it's optional only, if you want you can give. Okay, now I am going to tell you what is a epsilon naught unit. Okay, epsilon naught unit, it's a force is created in a air medium. There is no medium between the two charges. Okay, it's going to be the air medium. Okay. So now epsilon naught, if you want you can bring this one here, f is in a denominator. So 1 divided by 4 pi f because the epsilon naught we are going to find what is a unit, q1 q2 divided by d square. Now q charge unit will be coulombs, charge unit will be coulombs, coulombs into coulombs. Okay, force unit Newton, distance unit meter. Okay, because of square, meter square. 4 pi we don't have any unit for the 4 pi. So coulombs will get Coulomb square, Newton inverse, meter minus 2. So we got what is the unit of epsilon naught also. It's got permittivity, it's a electric field constant. Okay, So permeability in a free space means we have in between it is a vacuum. Okay, in between two charges will be vacuum. Okay, in case the force between the two charges, in case some medium, air medium, instead of air medium, vacuum, other than that some medium, helium, some other medium, okay, anything, okay, we are taken this as a medium. If there, what is the force will be? The force in a medium 1 divided by 4 pi, instead of taking epsilon naught, you can take it relative permeability q1 q2 divided by d square. The same formula, it's modified like this. Okay, what is relative permeability? Relative permeability is it's going to be a permeability in air, and it's times of, sorry, it is permeability in a medium. Okay, permeability in a medium is the relative permeability times of permeability in a air. Okay, so in case if you want what is the relative permeability, permeability in a medium by permeability in a air, like that you can take it. Okay, so now force in a medium. So what is a Coulomb's force in a medium is going to be 1 divided by 4 pi epsilon naught. Relative permeability, sometime you can take it as a k also. Okay, it's going to be k times that value. You have to get multiple here with the respect to the medium. Okay, q1 q2 divided by d square. This also like this you can take it. Thank you for watching my channel. If you like my channel, please subscribe.